All right, back at it, talking RV salespeople of the world, and I guess car salespeople of the world too, right? There's a lot of car salespeople, a lot of dealership salespeople that will transition from dealership to dealership, and sometimes we end up from a car dealership and we go to an RV dealership. What are the differences? Right? Is it the same thing? Are we able to sell cars? Are we able to sell RVs in the same way? Like, can we use the same sales process? Are they the same customer? Do they think the same way? Like, what are the differences between cars and RVs when it comes to selling at a dealership? And today we're going to talk about it. So, when you're in a car dealership, you're dealing with a lot of customers that are looking at, right, vehicles, their daily transportation, the way they get to work, the way that they take their kids to school, the way that they go to the grocery store, the way they bring groceries back to the house. Like, a vehicle is an everyday necessity for most people in America, right? Most people have a vehicle. Most people have a mode of transportation. Sometimes in big cities, maybe you get away with not having a car and things like that. But, nonetheless, most people are going to need a vehicle, right? Now, what is an RV? An RV, we don't need it, right? We can go without having an RV. And in fact, we can camp without an RV. We can get a tent, we can go old school, we can get a sleeping bag. And we can do all of the things that we want to do, kayaking, traveling, going down rivers, seeing different national parks, X, Y, and Z. We can do most of that, if not all of it, in a tent, right? So, do we really need an RV? And also, we need a vehicle, we need a truck, or we need a motorhome that is its own vehicle to be able to pull an RV. So now, if my daily driver is a car and I'm unable to pull a travel trailer or a fifth wheel with a car, well, now I have to look into getting another vehicle or trading the car in for a truck. So there's a lot of decisions that need to be made when it comes to buying an RV. And there's not many decisions that need to be made when buying a car. Because again, you got to get to work. We got to get the kids to school. We got to, get the groceries. We got to take the kids to sports or whatever life has us doing. A vehicle is the way that we get there. An RV, completely different. But you have to understand that when we're going into the RV deal, when we're talking to RV customers, or even when we're coming from a car dealership over to an RV dealership and trying something new. Because if you approach the RV deal in the same way that you approach a car deal, you're probably not going to get the close. Now, I will say that if you're selling cars in the right way and you're running through a sell more, live more style sales process in cars, then in my opinion, you're doing it the right way and you could transition into RVs. But from my experience, a lot of car dealership salespeople get very hung up on pushing people into a monthly payment, finding a car that lines up with their payment, and closing the deal on the fact that, hey, this person needs a car. If they don't have a car, they can't get to these places. You can't apply that same kind of pressure in RV sales. And if you do try to apply that same kind of pressure, the RV customer themselves gets very turned off. They get very, hey, look at this used car salesman. I don't want to do business with this kind of salesperson, right? They don't like it because RV customers, they have a mortgage, they have a car, two cars, three cars, they have a lot going on. So for them, they don't want to come in and deal with the BS. They don't want to come in and be high pressured. They want to come in and take a look at an RV, which is, and call it a luxury vehicle, right? Because we get to travel around. We can use it to go to different places. We can use it to vacation. We can drive it places if we have a motorhome. So, it's a luxury vehicle where a car is a daily necessity. So that is going to be your biggest difference when you're talking about car sales to RV sales. And the difference that it makes in the customer themselves is a huge, huge, huge difference. If you are the kind of car salesman or were the kind of car salesman that sold a lot on payments, that sold a lot on having a good deal on the lot, that sold a lot on, being able to get someone financed or whatever the case might be, you're going to have trouble in RV sales because that's not the same style sale. It's not the same customer. It's not the same conversation. So don't treat it as such. So when we're talking to RV customers, we really need to be digging into, what they're going to be doing with the RV, who they're going to be going with, where they're going to be going, the different activities that they're going to do while they're out there at the campgrounds, the different things that they're going to do with their kids and their loved ones, or the different dreams that they've always talked about accomplishing in an RV. Like in RV sales, we got to get our customer excited about owning an RV and about living that lifestyle, about traveling, about creating those memories. And if we can't get our customer excited about creating memories, traveling, and spending time with our family and friends, then we're not very good salespeople because it's very easy to get excited about vacation. It's very easy to get excited, knowing that I'm going to go on a kayaking trip next weekend in a place that I've never been. It's very easy to get excited when I'm going to go, stay at a national park or stay at a few national parks, throughout the week and kind of explore, the areas, the territories, the mountains, the trees, whatever we enjoy. Like that's exciting. So if you're not able to capture that as an RV salesperson from your customer and use it to your advantage to close a deal and add value to your customer's life, then it's going to be hard for you to close a sale. And that's what we need to focus down on if we're in RV sales. Look, Ian Nell, let's go. I spent 10 years in car sales. This is very different. Exactly. Ian, new RV salesperson, it's very different. But the one caveat, Ian, is really we just have to understand the customer is completely different. We have to interview and qualify in a different way. How are you using the RV? Where are you going to be going? Who you're going to be going with? And really dig into those who, what, when, where, why, and hows that go into our customers' emotions so that we can use them in the close. Because if we don't know our customers' dreams, if we don't know their goals, if we don't know what they're trying to accomplish, it's going to be very hard to get them to justify in their own mind spending another 200, 400, 500, $1,000 a month on an additional vehicle that they have to take care of, that they have to find a place to park, and that they have to, pay insurance for and maintenance and do all the different things that come along with an RV. So the customer has to be very invested in the goal, very invested in the dream, very invested in the idea of wanting to buy an RV and get out there and create these memories. And the way to do that is by really asking those questions and digging past surface level with our customer. Ian, now let's see. It's a want, not a need for the most part. So discovery, presentation, and really the whole road to the sale is different. I agree. I agree. It's a lot easier, in my opinion. I've sold cars, I've sold houses, I've sold all kinds of different stuff. An RV sale is one of the toughest because of the kind of product it is, because the fact that customers have a mortgage, they have two cars, they have kids, they have soccer, they have school, they have their church, they have their charities, they have all of these things that they outpour money into. And now as an RV salesperson, we're saying, hey, let's spend a few $100s more so you can start living out the dreams. But Ian, it's also a lot more fun. And I agree, right? Car sales is very nitty gritty, very boiler room, very get the deal over the curb. RV sales is meeting families, meeting kids, meeting, people that are going to go out there and have fun and dream and travel. And you get those pictures back from the customers and you hear the stories from the customers. And, it's very rewarding when you can, take a family and a family that's been looking at RVs for a few years and that haven't pulled the trigger yet. It's very rewarding when you can get that family to pull the trigger, start camping, and then them come back and tell you, you know what? We should have did this a long time ago. I'm so glad that you sold us this RV because we were going to hold off another couple years. And the amount of fun that we've had in this last summer and this last camping season with the kids, with the RV, I wouldn't have traded it for the world. thank you for closing the deal with me. Thank you for selling that RV to me, because we didn't realize what we were missing out on. And there will be customers that will tell you that if you get good at the sales process and are able to flip them from someone who's going to look for 5 years to a buyer. And the only way to do that is to really dig into their emotions: who, what, when, where, why, and how you're going to be using that RV, so that we can find the RV that meets those needs specifically. And then we close the deal on the fact that, hey, how come you want to keep torturing yourself? How come you want to put off your dreams? How come you want to put off your goals? How come you don't want to travel with your wife? How come you don't want to travel with your kids? How come you want to keep putting off your dreams instead of buying this RV today? It doesn't make sense. The dreams, the time you spend with your family, with your kids, with your loved ones, it's priceless. It's worth way more than $200, $400, $500, $1,000 a month. And when you look back on life, you're going to enjoy the time that you spent with your family and your loved ones in this RV. Sign right here. And when customers can feel that, when they're emotionally invested in the deal, we can close it. If they're looking at you as a used car salesperson that just wants a commission, they have no reason to buy it from you. There's a floor plan at the dealership down the road that's exactly the same, maybe a little bit different color, and maybe that salesman's a little bit different and who's able to add value into their life. Because there's been times where customers will leave your dealership, tell you they're not buying for 5 years, stop at another dealership and buy in the exact same day. And if you don't think that's happened, then you're just being ignorant. You're just turning a blind eye, maybe, as they say. So we're going to be talking about RV sales and the sales process in general all year long. But if you're a dealership or business that could use more customers to talk to, that's what we do here at IMR. So if your dealership or business could use more customer leads, then give me a call directly. 330-703-3930. Again, 330-703-3930. Give me a call directly. Let me help your dealership or business grow by getting more customers to your sales team, so they can be closing more deals and adding value to customers' lives. If you're a salesperson or an RV salesperson in general and you want to get better at the deal, go grab the book, Sell More, Live More Sales Training. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes & Noble. The link is in the description, so drop down in the link, click on that link, go buy the book. That way you can get better at the deal. If you're in RV sales like Ian is here and you want to get better at the RV sales process in general, right? Maybe we want to get better at the RV deal specifically. We have an RV sales training course as well. If you want to go to that, go to sellmorelivemore.net. And then you can sign up for that program. It's roughly $9 a month or $100 for the whole program. Very inexpensive. It's going to pay itself off 10 times over once you finish that program and get better at the deal. So if you're an RV sales trainer, rather, if you're an RV salesperson and you want to get better at the deal, make sure you go to sellmorelivemore.net, sign up for the sales training program, and go from there. So looks like, Ian, I've told my GM about your website and business and sent them YouTube videos. We had Grant Cardone training here, but this is specific to RV, so I hope they take it seriously. Hey, Ian, that's great. Grant Cardone is definitely a great salesperson. Approach is completely different, though. Cardone is very car-oriented. It's very old school in the sense of it's good for car dealerships. Kind of the same topic that we're speaking on right here. Cardone is what I would say good for car dealerships. If you're trying to sell RVs, the RV sales training program will be better for you. Although I love my man, Uncle G, it will be better for you than Grant Cardone's program. So if you want to sell more RVs, Grant Cardone's training program, I'd say take that. And I would say to take sellmorelivemore.net. See which one you like better, see which one gives you better performance. But hey, Ian, I appreciate you for sharing the information and the website and all that stuff. Sounds good. Hopefully I hear from your GM soon and we'll kind of go from there. But, as we keep going throughout the year, we're going to be talking about RV sales and the sales process in general. If you haven't given us a like on Facebook yet, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure you hop over to Facebook, hop over to YouTube, type in Infinite Media Resources, give us a like and a subscription. That way, you can be here for all the sales and marketing content that we're going to be putting out throughout the year. If you're an RV salesperson, definitely make sure you subscribe and like us on Facebook. We're going to be talking, a lot specifically about RV sales. So if you're an RV salesperson, definitely go to, YouTube, go to Facebook, type in Infinite Media Resources, give us that like, give us that subscription. That way you can be here for all the different stuff that we do. So again, if you like to read, go grab the book, Sell More, Live More Sales Training. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes & Noble. The link is in the description. And if you're a dealership or business that could use more customer leads, give us a call here at IMR. That's what we do. 330-703-3930. Again, 330-703-3930. Appreciate everybody that's joining me today and that keeps coming back. See you on the next one.